Well, happy Wednesday and happy to your Business Nation's mini mastermind experience. Hey there, Dylan. How you doing today?
Hey man, how are you?
I am great. What part of the world are you calling from?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I see that you already registered for one of our AI targeted leads event, correct?
Yes.
Were you able to attend that?
No, I missed it.
Okay. We sent you an email with the recording. I don't know if you got that.
I didn't. If you could send it again, that'd be great.
Okay. And then also because you registered, we invited you to do a one-on-one with me. So we can do the one-on-one right now. We have about, I think, 8 or 10 people that are registered. And as usual, you get, 10%, sometimes 30%, 1, 3, it depends. So you are in so we're gonna have fun today. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, man, sounds good.
Okay. So from I see absolute construction and roofing.com, correct?
Yep, that's us.
Okay. So what is this conversation about? Like, let me position and let me share with you the opportunity for both of us. Is that my name is Jacques Kotecki. I'm a digital marketing. I'm a business. We have a digital marketing agency. I'm a business innovation strategist, and what we do is we empower businesses to get more leads, get more calls, get more business. That's pretty much what we do. And there's different ways of doing that. How we do it is that we work a lot on, for example, on Google Business Profile. We work a lot on lead generation. That's what we do. Cold calls, traffic that we get from your website or we get from social media. And recently, that last event we had was we have AI leads by intention. And briefly, what that is instead of you buying ads and waiting for people to connect with you, right? What we do is we have the technology that allows us to find people that want to have a conversation with you. So we find the ones that we're looking, for example, for roofing repair in your zip code as a solution. We find, for example, Mr. Smith that's looking for cancer therapy for his dog, right? Or Mrs. Smith that's looking for a property to buy. She's visited 4 properties in a particular zip code that she likes. So we know there's intention there, right? So what we have is we have that technology that allows us to find in real time on the web people that have an intention to resolve a problem, to spend on something, or to get information on something. And that's very powerful as a lead gen platform. So that was the event that we had a couple of weeks ago. The mini mastermind. So as a business innovation strategist, like what we really do is have a conversation and look at what businesses' goals are, where they want to go, what they want to do, and if they have a sense of areas where they're not satisfied in the goals they have. Like, for example, maybe it's the quality of your leads, maybe it's things going on in your business in-house, right? So it can also be what your competition. It can be about GBP. It can be about your website. It can be about LinkedIn, whatever. So mini masterminds are an opportunity to have a conversation about certain issues and to brainstorm, right? And to have a conversation to see what other solutions are there, what are other people doing. And a mini mastermind is pretty much of a safe space where what is said within the community of the mastermind stays within the community, right? And that's what mini masterminds are all about. Mini masterminds are usually about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. And then that can go into a real mastermind where you have a monthly You have bi-monthly meetings in a real mastermind. You meet twice a month for about 2 hours, and it's brainstorming, right? You have a mentor that is me that gives you direction on the conversation, that offers you solutions. And a lot of times we don't have the solutions, but we know where to get those solutions. We know the resources that are available to empower you. So that's a little bit what a mini mastermind is all about. Is that something you were expecting, or when you saw a mini
A little bit. I kind of thought it was going to be like a webinar going over kind of this, but this is fine too. I'm excited to learn.
Okay. So that's what this conversation about. It's really a workshop in reality of brainstorming. I got hours and hours and hours of content, but I don't want that. What I want is for you to participate and say, hey, these are areas where we're very happy or we're not happy. And again, let me invite I think Dylan. Dylan, that's you. Jesse, I guess you just joined us. How are you today, Jesse?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. What part of the world are you calling from?
I'm in Denver.
Oh, I love Denver. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So, so I guess I'm trying to see Jesse Woods. So you are with Sol
Sol Vista Roofing.
Vista. So you're like you really specialize in roofing too, then, right?
Yes, I do business development for the commercial side. We do 70% of our business in residential, 30% in commercial. I'm actually a commercial real estate broker, so I have a lot of connections here with property managers and owners and brokers. So our idea is basically to have me start going out in conjunction with the business I'm already doing in the commercial real estate space, help these guys expand their business in that market.
Cool. Love it. And we have Dylan that's on the other connection. And I was explaining to Dylan what this event is all about. This is a workshop where we brainstorm about issues that are affecting your industry or your business. As a business innovation strategist, we're a digital marketing company. We specialize in lead generation. We have leads by AI, so we can find people that have an intention in real time on the internet, which is a complete paradigm shift or a complete different approach from buying ads and hopefully someone's going to see the ads and we bring them into a funnel, right? We do the contrary. We find people that want to have a conversation with you. They have an issue. They want to find out more, right? And that's what we do. That's a complete different mindset. So,
is it like a monthly sales, like a monthly service that you guys provide, or what's the kind of the breakdown there?
The way the AI leads by intent, we call them, our company's called Your Business Nation. So it's YBN AI leads by intent. It's a subscription. I mean, there's two things you can do. One thing you can do is you get your 100 leads, right? You buy them by bundles of 100, and then you do whatever you want with them, right? The other service that we like to do is we take those leads and we screen them, and then we put them already in a funnel, right? We classify them as A, B, or C. A, they want to talk to you right now. B, yeah, I was just shopping around. I'm not sure about, if this is going to be covered by insurance or whatever, right? Or I have to speak with my wife. I'm not too sure that we have the budget. It's going to cost 12,000 or 22,000. We're not there yet. We want to take a decision by the beginning of the summer. That's the B, and the C is we're just window shopping. So what we do is that we put the pipelines in place with your content, and we create that engagement. Because in our world, we think that what's really important for any business owner is to have the right leads, right? That's number one. Create the engagement through education. So leads, education to create the engagement, and then you're building. Then you're building like in your business, trust and understanding in your solution. Then it's a lot easier to close them. So it's capture, nurture, close. And our funnels are all built like that. We don't use funnels with benefits. All of our funnels are about educating, about empowering the decision maker to understand, oh my God, yeah. And the more engagement you create, the more trust they build in you. and the less they're going to go, see your competition to save $2,000 because now they trust you, right? There's a relationship that has been built through our communication. Does that answer your
Sure.
question?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems more of a B2C strategy. I think it's a good strategy for sure. Most of my business is B2B. Again, it's business owners, property managers, buyers and sellers of commercial real estate as well. But 90% of the buyers of commercial real estate are, investors, right? So they've got, teams of buyers agents that are reaching out to them daily to, try to send them properties. They've got somebody that they typically work with on the sales transactions. And that's kind of like you're saying, it's just building those relationships. You bring them a good deal, you show them value, you provide a good service to them, and then they want to work with you moving forward. So, I think that as far as these industries that I'm working in, what are your, where would you guys be generating leads from? I mean, it's probably that's a pretty loaded question, but.
That's it's not loaded. It's a very good question. So what really happens is that if the people if the businesses that are trying, okay, if you're B2C, it was very clear, right? We find people.
Mm-hmm.
But B2B also, they're looking in real time, right? They are looking in real time. I mean, people go on the internet, even if they're a business that going to do business with another business, they are in real time looking on the internet, the websites. They're looking all over the place for solutions. We will pick those people up, whether they are individual consumers looking to get a home repair on the roof repair on their home, or whether they're looking to buy another business, right? We deal with real estate agents in California. And it's funny that, probably when we use this technology, we're getting about 1/3 of the traffic that are not coming from individuals that are looking to buy a house. We're looking at investors. And very often they're smaller companies, right? That are looking to invest. Yeah. So we are able to find those too. It depends on how we set up the algorithms.
Sure. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate the insight.
And there's also, I mean, you guys know that. I mean, you generate leads from, door hangers, from advertising, from your social media postings, from being member of the Chamber of Commerce, attend events like this. So, I mean, they come from all over the place. The only issue is to follow up, right? That's the biggest challenge. And our motto is, because leads fall through the cracks, we need to have a conversation, right? It's very difficult to follow up 100% on every lead that you got. I mean, it's very difficult, right? And so what we do is we do the automation to make sure that happens. So that being said, what is your biggest challenge? I have Dylan, I have Jesse. So what is right now with what's happening out there, in the world, in this new world that we're living in? We're living in a new world right now with different opportunities. What is your biggest challenge right now?
I am pretty new to this industry. I started just 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of just getting my feet wet. So I'll go ahead and let Jesse answer that one. It seems like he's got some more experience.
Jesse, what is your biggest challenge or difficulty?
I think like I said, I'm a commercial real estate broker, and I kind of just jumped into this role in January doing BD for the commercial side, or for the roofing company. So I'm kind of learning as I go as well. But obviously, I mean, seasonality. Being here in Colorado, it's definitely a tough time in the winter to even get work done. So I think for me, it's going to be. I think the biggest challenge that I'm having is the actual process of pulling leads, because I use CoStar, which is like a commercial MLS, basically for all the commercial properties that are for sale, for lease, and just that are existing. So I typically go through there and pull information based on who's the property owner, who's the property manager, and then reach out to those people. I have a CRM built out that I built out all of the automation and everything and the messaging, and I think it's just a lot of testing, and I just don't have enough data at this point to really make informed decisions. But that's what I'm trying to do, is just throw as many phone calls, emails out, cold outreach, because that's all it is, right? I mean, we do lead gen and a lot of we do like Google ads and stuff like that, but all the outreach I'm doing is cold outreach. So it's a lot of I think it's a lot of like you're calling somebody that doesn't want to talk to you, but it's really like for me, it's just the timing, and I've done cold calling for years, and it's like you have to understand that you just got to eat shit a little bit. Sorry for the language, but you have to just you got to make 100 calls to get a couple of maybes. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of non-glamorous work that goes into it that a lot of people just aren't willing to put in the time on. They see the results and that's what they want, but the true fact of it is like you just have to do the dirty work to create business. And the automation piece is great. It's for me, it's just a phone call and then they drop into a funnel and then they drop into, either a didn't answer cycle, for emails going out, or it did answer, nurture. And then I do a lot of drop-ins in person. So it's just kind of like time consuming on that end. I'm looking to hire out the VA that's like helping me do it, but it's a nuanced process and you got to know what you're doing. So it's hard to like hire it out. So.
It's funny because we in the beginning people were saying, oh, we want to pay you $99 a month and we're going to do our CRM, right? So, and what we've noticed about a year and a half ago when we started that, it became a nightmare because Sally, 21 years old, minimum salary, she gets a job, she learns a CRM, we train her for about 5-10 hours, and then after 6 months she leaves. Now we got to start over, right? And CRMs are not like constant contact, they're not that simple, right? Because when you have a funnel, you need to have triggers, right? Like you have a funnel A, B, C, right? So you start them off in the first funnel, and the next thing you know, they go to the other funnel because each funnel is a different conversation, it's a different topic, it's a different solution. That's the way we look at it. So it's difficult for Sally to understand that, right? She says, okay, like I'm working with these funnels, but she doesn't have the background or the know-how or the marketing expertise to make sure that those follow-ups are done very, very smoothly. Texting is extremely powerful, right? And then when you add video in it, and if you add a text message with a picture, like what we do, those are small things that you add in the marketing mix that makes a whole difference in the success of your outreach. It makes a whole difference. And cold calling, cold call emailing works. I can tell you that it works because number one,
it's a lot of it is it's just the ability to have all the data in front of you, right? And with CoStar, like there's not an export feature to export contact information for phone numbers and emails, which is done intentionally so that all the brokers in the world aren't just pulling all this information and just blasting everybody at once. So it's really like who's willing to put the footwork in to go do to build their own list. And I think that's something that I'm doing right now that's like it's going to provide a huge tangible asset to the roofing company that I'm working with, Sol Vista, is that they're going to have a list of all of these people that own commercial properties and manage commercial properties in a CRM that's very organized. And like you said, like the triggers have to function properly. There's not a lot of like, if you don't know what you're doing or how to do it, there's not like other than hiring a company like yours, there's not a lot of ways around it.
Yeah, and that's why about a year and a half ago we decided that we use this French word called concierge service. Fancy word.
Yeah.
And we do it for you, and it's not expensive. It really is not much money to have someone that knows what they're doing, and to look at the situation, to fine tune it. And again, their emails are very great, are great. The text messaging really adds a layer to that. And when you add video in your emails with links or in your text messaging with links, it really increases your engagement, your open rate, your subscription rate. I mean, all those things put together. And you know what? What's really annoying, and that, is you continuously have to analyze your open rate, what's working, what's not working. We're like, okay, so we have 2 landing pages. How come like out of 500 emails sent, this one, that landing page, they click the call to action, 18%, but this one only 5%. Why, right? So you know that one of those two landing pages that invites them to go onto your email list, that one has to be fine-tuned. And it could be the subject title. It could be that the page doesn't have, the words are too complicated. They're not simple enough because people have ADD. They get something in their email, they watch it 3 seconds, and they move on. So it's continuous monitoring, continuous data analysis. And, we do Meetup and we do Eventbrite, and it's two different things. Now we post different content for the same event on the two different platforms. We can't. The subject, yeah.
No, I'd love to, I have to jump here shortly. I apologize. I was only able to join for a quick amount of time, but I really appreciate, the one-on-one conversations. If you wouldn't mind, would you mind sending me a follow-up email, and then maybe we can have a one-on-one and, we can go over kind of these options?
Well, listen, you popped up here, and I offer a half an hour strategy call just to brainstorm to see if there's any areas where I can give you some ideas, and fine. But you may say, you know what, here's an area I don't know, like this is not working the way I want. Is that something you can empower us to be better at? And let's just have that brainstorming conversation. Now we'll send that out probably by tomorrow morning. You get my email, and you get a recording of this too, by the way. Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Jesse, thank you for your time. Appreciate your input. Great. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Dylan.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that was interesting, eh?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why a mini mastermind is so much fun. You never know what's going. It's like going to a party, right? And you never know what type of food they're gonna offer. Correct?
Right.
So tell me, Dylan, in your case, you being new in this position, what do you see as the number one goal of the organization that you are with? Or yeah.
So we're really, really, really hungry, and I have a long, extensive background in sales. And I'm kind of trying to revolutionize it. So I'm trying to learn everything I can about the industry, which is why I'm sitting in on all of these and trying to get to every single webinar and everything I can find just to absorb all of the knowledge and all the information. And then we're gonna attack it. So I'm brought in as a sales and operations manager, and we're going to build out a team that's gonna be like under me, and then that's kind of how we're gonna do it.
Okay. So I will invite you to a one-on-one. I'll send you an email, and we can get into. So what happens on that one-on-one is I'll have my team look at your business, your website, your Google business profile, right? We'll look at that stuff. We'll look at your Facebook, website, and GBP, and then I'll give you some reflections. I'll give you some input on that. If there's any area that you need to fine tune, okay, that's what we do. So I like to prepare for a call so we have an intelligent conversation. So are you guys doing a Google business profile?
Yes.
And do you know how many leads are coming in a month, or you don't?
I don't know exactly, no, but I can probably find out for you. Hold on.
So you were hired to bring in more sales, right?
Yep.
Okay. So GBP is one way to obviously, right? Because and then there's your website, and you guys are doing pay. What is your annual sales currently, Dylan, for the company?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss that. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. Whether it's 5 million or 50 million, how many people are working there?
So we have me, our owner, we have an office manager, and then obviously we're expanding. So it's not huge by any means.
And that's fine. And you're doing about how many roofing jobs are you doing a month about?
We've done 6 this month. 6 this month so far.
And the average is what, around 20,000, 30,000?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, obviously there's hills and valleys with this industry. So January, February are kind of slower for us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so you're probably more or less between 2 and 5 million a year, which is a nice size. Is you guys are really ready for growth, like really ready for growth.
Correct.
Definitely, that's the best place to be. Cool. So we're now you being on this you having this new challenge. What are the areas that you're going to work to get more leads? What do you intend to do to get more leads?
So I'm signing up for. We weren't involved in the chamber at all. I'm getting us registered with our local chamber. He's in one BNI group. I'm going to join another one, which is where he gets a lot of his leads. And I'm going to be refining everything, as well as building out, like I said, the sales team. And then they're going to, be responsible for getting in leads. And we're open to suggestions on how to do that.
The sales team, they're doing door to door?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to get them in some BNI groups, and then they'll be doing door to door, like around where we have jobs, but they're not just going to be walking into a neighborhood aimlessly.
You're getting a lot of referrals from your past clients?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are using an incentive with your past clients, a small incentive?
No.
That's something we can discuss. A very, very small incentive. Keep them on your mail.
Sometimes it depends. If there's if there's an insurance claim or something, and there's sometimes we do, but our philosophy is if we're going to continue to do as good a job, they're going to be continuing to recommend us for free. And if someone pushed back, no one's asked for it. So if someone pushed back like, "Hey, am I going to?" Yeah, I'd give them a little bit, but I don't need that.
Yeah, it's very powerful, and and it doesn't have to be much, as a thank you, or there's different people doing different things, right? And we can call it a referral program, we can call it a loyalty program, and I think the let me share an example where the organization did not believe in referrals or loyalty. They didn't believe. Oh, God, great example. Furniture store. So, their problem is that they didn't have enough traffic coming in, and they were getting absolutely no referral. So what we did is we did a retargeting campaign to all the clients they had. And it was like a couple of over 10 years. It was, I don't know, how many was on that list? Maybe 3,000 or 4,000 over 10 years, right? That bought some stuff from them. And in the retargeting campaign, we created a loyalty program. We said, hey, you're part of this loyalty program, and every time you come in a store, you're going to get 5% discount. And if you give us a referral to somebody else, they get 5% discount, but you now get a 3% credit on whatever they purchased on any item in the store that's full price, not clearance items, right? And we've been doing, they said, no way, Jose, go fly a kite. That's a stupid idea. Okay, I said, it works. And we implemented now about 8 months ago, and we see every month 2 to 3 new sales brought in from past clients or clients that were referred. You imagine? Now, an average sale is about 1,500, so that's $5,000 a month times 12, which is about $50,000 to $70,000 a year of business just by retargeting, just by creating a phony loyalty program. It's phony, right? They're tagged and they get the email. They looks like they have a little card, and it's all they can give it to somebody else, but it works. Now they feel they're part of something and they're getting something. And the next thing that we're thinking of them is probably if they give us more than a referral, right? Because we're limited in how many percentage of discount or credits we can give, right? So the 3% is over any sale that's more than $1,500. Now we're thinking of giving them tickets for something, or giving them a gift certificate of like $100, or so we're looking into that as a phase 2 of the loyalty program, because it's working. It really, really is working. So I'm just sharing with you that sometimes with the past clients, making them feel that they're part of something, There's power in that. In by sending an email once a month, not necessarily to sell them, but just to sell them just to share with them the idea that in that email, this is what you need to know about your roof maintenance. And every month you give them a tip and a trick, right? Here's the tip and here's a trick to do that. And it's got to be sweet, short, and stupid, like 10 lines, right? Introduction, 3 lines, conclusion, best regards, Dylan. That's it. It's sweet. And then you could have a link to a video, a link to a YouTube, even if it's not your YouTube, it doesn't matter. You know, someone that's doing this, cleaning out the gutters or hosing down, or whatever you want. Or what happens in the winter when there's too much snow? What happens in the summer when it hasn't rained for 3 months? Those are things that people want to know a little bit about, because a roof is expensive, correct? How much is a roof? Between 25 and 50,000?
It depends on the size of the house. I mean, there's a billion different factors that go into it, obviously. But our average sale can be, I mean, on a residential home, and not a crazy location, anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000
Okay. And those are for what size homes then?
for just normal sized homes.
A normal with
Like
California,
two
a normal. I'm in Vegas right now. Here, a normal is 3,500 square foot. In California,
so that's like 35 would be a larger one.
okay.
So
normal
it's from 2,000, like 2,500 square foot to 3,500 square foot homes. And that's just on like the suburbs. Like if I'm in downtown Charleston, obviously that roof's going to be a lot different. There's obviously a billion different factors that go into it.
Okay. So what do you guys do? So that's one thing that works, and it's very easy. This is very easy to implement. It's not complicated, and it's very cost efficient, right? You can also give them a gift certificate of $100 for a Starbucks, or for dinner for 2 or whatever. If you have any sports events there, sports tickets are a little bit more pricier, but I mean, dining experiences, you could limit yourself for $100 easy for a referral. And people like to eat, right?
Yes.
So what are you guys doing on social media?
I have a LinkedIn page. I have a LinkedIn page. I have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and I update. I do one post on LinkedIn a week. Again, I just started a couple weeks ago. The Instagram page needs love, and so does the Facebook page.
So you're posting?
On LinkedIn, that's it though. I mean, I'm going to be doing more with LinkedIn and Facebook moving forward.
So what are you posting on LinkedIn?
I will do just a regular post like this. Like 2 weeks ago, it was about a snowstorm in Charleston for the first time in 8 years, so I posted about that. Last week, let me go ahead and see it. So pull it up. Number one mistake homeowners make that shortens their roof lifespan. And then yesterday or whenever I posted it was about how to file insurance claims on your roof.
Good. What's your call to action?
There's basically messaging us today to schedule free pre-storm roof inspections to help homeowners stay ahead of potential problems. The one about social was like, hey, we'll inspect your roof. They're all about free roof inspections, basically.
What say they don't want a roof inspection? What happens?
And they probably don't want a roof.
Maybe they don't want a roof right now. Maybe they want a roof in 6 months.
If they're seeing it, though. I mean, where are you going with this?
So no, I'm teasing you. I'm sorry. I'm just bugging you here. What I'm saying is that very often when we do postings like that, what you really want is, and I love the content what you got. The content is very good. It's very informative, and your call to action is very clear. But your call to action can also be, right, join our newsletter, and you're going to every month automatically you're going to get this. And then in the same time, you're part of our membership program or loyalty program. I don't know what word needs to be used in your area, because words are different depending on what part of the country you are. I'll share something with you. It's so funny, you know. We had a wake up call about how different cultures use different words to find the same thing. Well, we know that, but in practice, you know, when you're doing your marketing, you're saying like, how come these words are not working? And those are. It's just because whoever is typing the word in will not use the same word, and so yeah, so I'm just sharing with you that sometimes it's very good to have a call to action saying, hey, join our newsletter and get this free video where you can explain, you know, whatever you've explained in the article, you can make a short video on your phone. Say, okay, this, you know, if you click here, if you join us, you're going to get this video talking about these three things. So you post the topic, you post the picture, you say, these are the three things that I want to share with you. Click and join our newsletter. You can alternate, right? You can beta test what works best. And then you get people into your funnel. And then you make them an offer as being part of being a member of being member of the club or whatever. That works. And what happens is now they're bonding with you, they're connecting with you, right? And then when they connect with you and they're ready, then of course they're going to call you. They're not going to go necessarily on you know, Thumbtack or Home Advisor and find someone that's going to underbid you. Does that help a little bit in looking at things a little bit differently?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. My daughter is homesick from school today, and she's making some noise, so I might have to bounce here in a minute to go deal with that.
Okay, that's fine.
But I would like to schedule that one-on-one with you, and set that up.
Yeah, I'll send you a thing, and this is a little bit what a mastermind is, right? People around a mini mastermind, you get different people that are not competing with each other, and just share, right? You people are sharing, and they have this issue, and the other dude says, "I've tried that doesn't work," and then the lady says, "Oh, we do this all the time." You know, we had a situation where what was very very interesting was about door hang, how successful one company is by doing the door hangers, and the other company was not. It depends on, you know, the culture. And you know, I briefly spoke before I end about AI leads. What's really funny is that Latino people don't use the same word to search for a roof repair than African Americans. They don't use the same keywords. So keywords in one area that's very Latino, that keyword will be very expensive. That same keyword in a Black neighborhood will not be, because the African American neighborhood is not using those words to search for the same thing. It's amazing. We see it all the time. So it's very important for us to understand, you know, like in that area, when we're looking for people on the internet in real time, what are they looking for? What words are they using? So anyways, just want to share that with you. So
yeah, that makes sense. I'd like to look into that for you, but yeah, my daughter's crying, so I definitely have to dive in. But it was a pleasure,
bro. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. You'll get that in the morning, and then let's set a one-on-one, and I'll do my little analysis about your Facebook and all that. I'll look at everything, and then we'll just brainstorm. Okay.
Appreciate it, man. That sounds awesome.
I appreciate you too, bro. Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye, Dylan.